Welcome to another Gauging Gadgets review video. In this video, we have a solar wall light from Ring. So this is a solar motion activated light, similar to the ones you would find on Amazon, but what makes this different is it's smart and it's compatible with the Ring app on your phone. So that means you can not only turn on and off the light with the app on your phone, but it also will work with your other Ring devices so that they can turn on in unison or when motion's detected, things like that. You can also set up scheduling, check the charge status, all of that kind of stuff within the app, and it works really well. So in this video, we're going to start out with an unboxing, then we'll go through the setup process so you can see how easy that is, and finally we'll finish with me setting it up on my house, and we'll do some testing of it so you can see how it works. Normally you can get the Ring Wall Light Solar for around $60 on Amazon, and check the description, I'll have an affiliate link down there, but I was able to actually find this one from Best Buy on sale for $45, and I'll have a link to that as well. All right, so let's go ahead and open this up and check it out. So it just had some little stickers on the back, and I already cut those, that's why it's open. From there, we just open it up, and you can see the light right here. So right off the bat, I was kind of shocked by how large this light actually is. So when compared to one that I have on my house that I thought was pretty big and has a ton of LEDs, as you can see, it's almost double the size of that. So that's just something to know when you are purchasing this, that it is almost a foot wide, but that does make sense that it is actually going to be able to emit around 800 lumens. So taking this out of the box, you can see the very large solar panel on the top. Take off this little protective plastic, and that looks to be very high quality. And then we have the sensor on the front, and then the little plastic guard where all the LEDs are housed. Now, as you can see, it does have lights in the side so that the light can be emitted left and right, not only in the front. Now the plastic on this device all seems very high quality, nothing seems cheap or brittle, and everything seems to be held together very well. I have some Ring pathway lights that I plan on syncing with this device. I've been using those for about a year and they're still in great shape. We'll real quick just set this to the side and see what else is in the box. Looks like we have a mounting plate, which is pretty cool. Makes it so that you can easily mount this, make sure that it's level, and then just slide it in. And I'll show you that process later. And then additionally in the box, we have a Ring charging cable, micro USB. So if this isn't getting enough sun, you'll get a warning on your phone and then you can just charge it really quickly. Usually it takes a couple hours, and that should give it enough power to work for at least a month, depending on how much motion it's detecting. We have some mounting screws, pretty nice. And then we have an installation guide and then some information in a little piece of paper. So now let's just take a look at the back of the solar light right here. As you can see, we have two slots for the mounting bracket. That will just slide right in like so, and then it'll be fixed to your wall. It also slides off pretty easy as well. Then we have a battery door here, and if I open this up, you can see the two rechargeable batteries, and this is an 1850 battery design. So when you get this device, you want to take off the back and then just take these little tabs out, and that will allow the device to turn on. Additionally, here you see the micro USB charging connector. So this is where if you needed to charge those batteries manually, you just plug that in, and then we have a reset button. And as you can see, there's a really nice gasket around the battery bay just to ensure that it is waterproof. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull these tabs out, get the batteries back in there, and then we can go through the process of setting up this device. So the first thing you want to do is open up your respective app store and download and install the Ring app. And check the description, I'll have direct links down there for Android phones and iPhones. You just need to get this app installed and then open it up. Once you open it up, if it's the first time you're using the Ring app, you'll need to log into your account or create one. Then once you log in, you'll be prompted to set up a device. And if you're not, all you need to do is go to the bottom here and select set up a device. From there, we just need to tell it what type of device we have, scroll down, and then select smart lighting. From there, you'll need to select a location or add one. This is great for scheduling the devices to turn on with sunrise and sunset. So get that set up, select a location, and select continue. And then all we need to do is find and locate the QR code on the back of our device. So it's right there. So I'm gonna select ready to scan. Then I'm gonna find that QR code, scan it, and then it will detect it and start setting it up. Now this device does require what's called a Ring bridge, and that's just a communication device that the light will communicate with in order to talk to the internet. So you need to have one of those set up, and this light does not come with that. So check the description, I'll have a link to one of those. Once you see this screen, select continue, and then if there are any updates available for your new Ring light, it'll start installing those now. During this process, you want to make sure that you keep your phone close to your device. During this process, you may see the wall light blink a couple times. That's just when it's rebooting. After the installation is installed, we can then add it to a group. So if you have multiple ring lights, you can group them. So if one of the devices senses motion and turns on, it'll turn on all the lights in the group. This is useful for me because I have 4 pathway lights leading up to my front door. I'm going to put this on my front door, so if anybody walks on my pathway, it'll trigger all the lights, including this, to turn on and ensure that they can see and they don't fall or walk off the path or anything like that. So I'm going to select add to a group, and then I'm going to add it to my front group. Then you can give it a unique name. So you want this name to be descriptive, because if this senses motion, you'll get a notification on your phone, and that'll just make it easier to distinguish which light actually sensed motion. So that works for me. I'm going to select continue, and then it's going to set that up with the wall light and with my bridge. So now it turned on the light. Wow, it's very bright. And then it's going to give us some information about where to install it. This recommends 10 feet above the ground, and then also you want to have it to a spot that gets direct sunlight. After that, select continue, and then now it's going to show us how to actually install the mounting bracket and then hook it up there. One more quick thing that they talk about is a power adapter right here. So you can either hook a solar panel or plug this device into the wall if you want to ensure that it always has power, and they have a little plug on the back that you can use to do that, which is really cool. So now with this device set up, you can see all the devices I have. If I go to the light right there, the wall light, and then I hit the light right here, that will turn on the actual light, and I can turn it off very quickly right there. I can then select in if I want to, and I can see even more settings in here, including I can dim the brightness down if I want to, and it'll give me a quick sample of that, all the way down to very dim, up to the brightest that is available. So that's pretty cool. If you need to turn on the matte light manually, you can do that up here. You can also turn on and off the motion detection, see event history, so different times that this was either turned on or detected motion. We can go into the light settings right here, and in here we can choose when the light sensor will not turn on the device. So we can have it so the device doesn't turn on with motion during the day, and then we can set the light threshold for that. After that, we have motion settings, and this is where we can go in and select the sensitivity for the actual light. I like to keep it on medium, just because if you have it on high, a leaf, anything like that could turn it on, and that'll really use the battery, but you can always change this later if needed. Additionally, here in the menu, we can go into link devices and see all those. You can also unlink them or link additional devices, set up a device schedule for when this light will actually just turn on. So if you want it to be on for like an hour after sunset, things like that, you can schedule that here. Additionally, we can go into device health, see how the battery's doing, see how the connection's doing, and then see the overall battery level in this device. So it came with a low charge of 35%. After that, we have general settings. And this is where you can set up the name and also the group that it's in, or remove the device from your account if you're going to sell it. And then say they have some help and FAQ in here. So now that we've set up the wall light and we've gone through the app so that you know how to use it, let's go ahead and get it set up and then see how it works. So after seeing the size of this light in person, I've decided that it probably would not be the best by my front porch. And I've decided to replace the little motion sensor light I have above my basement door with this light, because this is more of a secluded door. A bigger light with a nice motion sensor on it would be better for security reasons. So I'm just going to remove this one, install the bracket, and then get it installed, and we'll see how this works. So now I have the old light down, the mounting bracket installed, and then I can just slide the light in like so. It'll click in, and now it's in place and in a good place to get some sun, and also sense motion and shine the light down here. In addition to that, I also have 2 pathway lights that I will link with this. So if they sense motion, it'll also turn on the wall light. And you can see this right here with my basement lights. If I turn that on, the light will turn on. Pretty cool. I can change the brightness in the app. Very cool. So just to give you an idea of what it looks like, turn it on real quick at night. As you can see, very bright. Lights up this entire area down here. I can control it in the app and it works very well. And I'll go ahead and turn the brightness down all the way so you can see what that looks like. It gets very dim. Now at medium. And all the way high. And now just so you can see the sensor detect me, I'll go ahead and walk. It got me real quick. So that is very sensitive and works great. Now just another angle of it on. Right, so as you just saw there, the Ring solar wall light works very well. It's very responsive, and it also gets extremely bright. Now I've had this light mounted outside for over 2 months, and before I brought it in, I did not clean it at all. So you can see that the material that it's made out of is very resistant to dirt, mold, things like that. The solar panel is still very clean and clear. Any rain that you get will just clean this off, and nothing really sticks to it. It has remained looking clean, which is great. And the solar panel still charges very good as well. In the location this device is mounted, it gets less than 2 hours, probably around an hour of direct sunlight, and I haven't had any issues with the battery staying charged. It's actually at 100% now. I have this configured to only turn on when it senses motion for security reasons, or if I'm just walking around my house looking for my dog. So that might be a few times a night. So with the limited sun exposure, this thing can still remain fully charged and ready to go. The sensor also works really well. It's comparable to the other Ring devices I have and other also motion sensor devices I've had, where it has a very wide angle of around 180 degrees and the distance is probably going to be around 30 feet. So basically anyone who gets near my basement door, it'll sense it and light up, as well as all the other lights that are in this group. So I think that's really cool from a security perspective. If someone gets close to my house, they might get scared away because it's going to light up. So overall, very happy with my purchase of the Ring Wall Light Solar, and I would highly recommend it to anyone. All right, so that was my review of the Ring Wall Light Solar. If you have any questions about this device, leave a comment below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I'm going to add an Amazon affiliate link to the description below so you can find this exact device on Amazon. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing to my channel, Gauging Gadgets, for more gadget reviews and tech tutorials. Thank you so much for watching.